Well, I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me?
All right, RTD Live Talk, Detroit's late night YouTube talk show. Excited to be back for another live stream, and of course, more excitement in the markets today, and as well as a lot of crying and fussing from the big institutions because they're the game is being played against them. So I'm excited to talk about that as well as whatever else is on your mind. And of course, I was thinking that today was going to be the day the metals actually broke loose. But it's a 3 or 4 day trend of incremental increases, so I can take that. But anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to this live stream. Running a little bit late due to the fact I had to make some last minute edits and try to switch up the intro a little bit. So appreciate Mr. Solo for that recommendation there. So we'll see how that goes. But I hope everyone is doing well. And as always, before we get started, real quick, for those that are interested, just to try to spice things up a little bit and get more of the uninformed in the mix, take a minute real quick. The button beneath this video screen or the wherever you're watching at, click the share button. Send this little notification out for this current live stream via your social media platforms in hopes of grabbing a couple more people out there so that they can get into this dialogue and understand what's really going on and how these are not necessarily going to be good times for the majority. And so feel free to do that, help out with the channel. And then also we're going to check in via chat. Any new viewers, feel free to let me know where you're watching from. I want to acknowledge your presence in the chat, and then we're going to get into a couple articles, and then I'm going to open up the phone lines, and I'm going to definitely take more calls tonight. So make sure you guys give me a call, 313-462-0027, or highlight at Rethinking a Dollar in the chat, and I'll definitely answer it or definitely try to get to it. So we got Excalibur, we got Jim Diggs. And so it says, my oldest son bought $570 worth of Dogecoin and has more than doubled his money already. Yeah. And I saw something in Twitter sphere that Dogecoin was going to pump today. And I'm like, I stopped messing with that a long time ago, just because other than not, I just don't see the purpose in that project, but it's been around since day one almost. So it's doing people some good out there. Anyway, we got Jim Diz. What we got here? We got Seymour Butts in the building. Solo. Who else we got out here? We got Casey from saying that correctly. What else we got here? Major Ken, Gene, Kenneth, King D, Adrian. Okay, Tony B, Kwame. All right, Dominic. Appreciate you guys tuning in, man. And also, I want to hear from you guys. So it's not much of a talk show unless I have someone to talk to. And so I want to hear your voice tonight. So let me dive right into some articles, man. Some things that caught my attention amongst many other things. It's just too many things to cover, to be honest with you, but I'm going to do the best I can. And feel free to take it where you guys want to. So, my primary focus today was, of course, on the silver side of things. And so given that we were kind of told yesterday or led to believe that the SLV was going to be attacked today, which, of course, I don't think can really move the COMEX future price of silver, but it's a start. And so, of course, there was some pressure on the markets today. Silver went up $1, 50-ish, $1.50-ish, something like that. And I was watching the screen like, man, is this going to be the day it breaks 30? But it did not. They slammed that thing down to 25. And as of right now, it looks like it's back up into the 26 range. Let me put it on my screen real quick. And so it looks like it's back up. So 26.31. So once again, that's progress, given the fact that the world is being exposed to the fact of how corrupt the Wall Street casino game is. So this is not a bad thing at all. But anyway, let's keep it moving. And so, as I mentioned, I was focused primarily on silver. And of course, from the Robinhood, we got TD Ameritrade, we got, all types of apps out there, basically either removing GameStop, as well as a couple other companies, or basically not allowing people to get out of their accounts. And so I saw an article just a moment ago about how Robinhood, the CEO, came on and was basically complaining, saying that, this is illegal activity. This is something wrong here. We got to regulate. So they just fussing and crying because those cats got caught with their pants down. And they were, yeah. So, but anyway, man, so silver had my attention today. So hopefully tomorrow we continue on. And I'm anticipating more of this activity, a lot more volatility, a lot more uncertainty, a lot more chaos. And I'm thinking, remember pretty much last fall and winter especially, Former President Trump was mentioning that once Joe Biden becomes president, your 401ks, he said that, your 401k is going to take a dip or a dive. And he was comparing it to of course, it'd have been worse than the Great Depression. So once again, are these tremors for the inevitable prediction? Because so far there's rumors out there about Biden putting together a commission or a team to think about the reforming of the Supreme Court, i.e. packing the court. And of course, we were told about that beforehand. And what else? The immigration side of things, basically given, countless, people coming in from other countries, citizenship, stuff like that. So these are all things we were told. Now it's a matter of will they be able to execute that? But I'm still hearing more stuff about, the corporation of the United States of America. The United States Corporation is under Joe Biden. That's that little Washington, D.C. district area. And then the Republic, United States as a republic, is still under Donald Trump. So once again, dual administration. I mentioned that before. We will see. But there's a lot of people out here keeping their fingers crossed, hoping that the military is in charge and that the deep state is being arrested and all that stuff like that. So we can get in that too, man. But I don't want to bog you down. But anyway, more unfortunate news. Here's something here. 10,000 stores are expected to close in 2021 as this current pandemic continues to pummel retailers. And so not good news, to say the least, for a lot of retail stores, but yet we already knew kind of where that was heading. And then here's something else. Germany, Commerce Bank to cut 10,000 jobs / branches. So this, of course, is over in the EU area, I believe in Germany primarily, but they have branches, I'm sure, everywhere. So it just won't be isolated. It just won't be inside of Germany. It's going to be trickle down to other places. And of course, all the banks are in the same game. They're all suffering the same amount of losses and whatnot. So more unfortunate news there. And then, of course, and I appreciate, as always, I want to make sure you guys, I'm trying to grab as many articles as I can to talk about and bring to you guys from the Discord page. And so real quickly, I want to make sure I remind you guys again, click the link beneath this video here, go to the social media sphere, click on the Discord page, and then you'll have a chance to join the community over there. So far, we got 79 members and about 14 online now. So that's a way also for me to notify you whenever we go live. You'll be notified, so you won't miss out if your Discord app is on. So join the community, share articles throughout the day. No spamming, no, trying to pump up no crap. Just share news, share articles, and talk with the community. So that's available for you guys to do. But anyway, so this article is from somebody, I think it was from Daryl, if I'm not mistaken. It says WallStreetBets versus Robinhood users sue over GameStop ban. And so, of course, there's a lot of drama throughout the day. But in a gist, Robinhood, as well as a couple other trading platforms, had to basically put the clamps down on individuals that are now getting, I won't say trigger happy or getting greedy, but just getting excited at the idea of making profits. Because typically those profits were always reserved for the big institutions. But yet now, it's the other way around. And so we'll see how they open up tomorrow. But I heard people did get a little bit more access to their accounts, not able to have as much, not able to buy as much now or something like that from what I read last time, but not surprising whatsoever. And then, of course, we can't forget about Dogecoin pumps by 90% amongst all this chaos. So I don't know right now what the WallStreetBets group or entity or whoever they are. And of course, as I look into it more, and Tony B, I remember you posted in the Discord chat about how this is all a part of the setup to basically bring the stock market down and to be able to isolate the actual culprits who did that, who brought it down. And they can always go back and say those Wall Street bets, those greedy, and of course they can lump them in and say they're probably extremists, they're terrorists, they're, how they do it. And I mean, they meaning the mainstream media as well as the propaganda is given to us. They'll say it was Russia, they'll say it's a bunch of Russian investors posing as U.S. citizens. And so believe me, that's coming if it hasn't come already. They're probably Iranian, they're Chinese, they're Russian. There's somebody other than just pissed off Americans. It's just, God forbid, they just pissed off Americans for getting robbed for several decades, but who knows? But anyway, it says U.S. Congress plans hearing on GameStop market pumps. So it looks like the government has to get involved because they're messing up the system, messing up their plans. And then, of course, your NASDAQ temporarily shuts down. This was during the day or whatever. I think it was yesterday. And so a little bit low there. And then if this isn't bad news, always rumors of war. China sharpens language, warns Taiwan that independence means war. And so it looks like the whole territory over there, China is trying to impose themselves. We got the U.S. heading that way. And so you got China mentioning war. Of course, Biden, he's a warmonger. He's one of those he's one of those people who love to go to war. And so the only president in the last umpteen years to not go to war was Trump. And it looks like Biden, just to show that he's a part of the regular establishment, he's going to step back in and talk big and bad. And, of course, reading from a monitor, coughing and gagging on his words, but he'll probably say we're going to war. So anyway, that's enough of me ranting. I don't want to rant no more. I want to hear from you guys. Share with me your thoughts on activity that happened today, or what do you guys think is happening tomorrow? So let's get this party started. Give me a call, 313-462-0027. And I want to hear your thoughts. And let me check in via chat. I will actually thumb through some of these things. All right, we got worldwide emergencies. A billion site have shipping delays. Again, I went to a local shop and they are dry. I've never seen it before. This is hoping I'm a big dip. I'm hoping for a big dip. Okay. Thanks for keeping us up to date on that one. Here's something here. It says, funny how Americans line freeways in California, but people in bed sheets, well fed and housed in my neighborhood. All right, that's a good one. What else you got here? Highlight at rethinking a dollar so to stand out, and I can pull it faster. King D says might really pay attention to a lot of that certain alphabet stuff. Might really pays to. Hey, King D, I really don't pay attention to it, but I do follow a variety of content creators from different spectrums, and it's a lot of individuals that live in that sphere of remaining hopeful in the fact that there is some disruption. It's the individuals that think that, the good guys are still in control, as well as, trust the plan, that narrative that we've been forced to at least entertain. Now, I don't say I'm not here, telling you to trust the plan and do all that stuff like that. I'm just saying that there's people out here who still believe. So I listen because I always can learn something. Now, whether or not I believe it or not, we'll see. But I'm just a messenger. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to deliver the message. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Mike? This is Matt from Nashville.
Matt from Nashville. How you doing, my man? Give me your quick thoughts real quick.
Hey, man, I was just going to tell you, I think that this is just one of those with Robinhood and them jailing the guy who made the meme in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is just another move where they're just overplaying their hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think the globalists and the elite, that whole squad, I think they're way outnumbered.
Yeah.
If you saw, during the election,
mm-hmm.
I remember they would show blue states and red states, but when they would zoom in on a blue state, it would just be like just the major city, or it'd just be like, or it'd just be one other city. It'd be like 2 counties or something like that would be blue, but almost every state, almost there were a couple up northeast, were all red.
Yeah.
And, I can't even find a county map of the 2020 election. I can find them of the 2016, but they're buried in some algorithm. I can't find a county map of the 2020 election.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's unfortunate that they don't want you to find it. So the internet has literally been scrubbed, I'm sure, of everything. And so the big tech, of course, they have to cover up their trail of everything that shows fraud or shows any type of inconsistencies in the narrative they want to put out there. So I am not surprised.
But I think they just way overplayed their hand. I heard somebody tell me the once that I don't know where he got it, but it's a buddy that he's on the same news platforms that I watch,
mm-hmm.
and he said that he saw where the real vote was like 100 million to 30 million, and I was like, yeah, I bet it was something like that. Like there's just no way. And I heard somebody else reference Rocky IV, and so now I just find myself always saying this. When I saw the meme, when I saw Robinhood get shut down, it's just one of those deals where the reference was Rocky IV.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Rocky.
I'm not, but
Rocky IV.
Go ahead, give it to me real quick. I want to get some more calls. Go ahead.
Okay. Ivan Drago, he's fighting with Ivan Drago, and Ivan's wearing him out. But then eventually he gets him real good, and he starts bleeding. And his trainer says, "Look, he bleeds." And he said, "He's not a machine. He bleeds. He's a human." And then after that, Rocky started laying into him.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of those deals where Ivan Drago bleeds. Like when when GameStop goes the way it does, or it's Ivan Drago bleeds. Like they're way outnumbered.
Well, I appreciate you, man, for sharing your thoughts, boss, man. Thanks for the insights.
You got it. I'll see you.
Yeah, be good.
Bye.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let me hear some more thoughts. I apologize for that. So give me a call. Give me some quick thoughts. I'm trying to get as many people as I can in. So feel free to share a thought or insight real quickly, and we'll keep it moving. And so Tim says Robinhood says put rockets if you go have Dogecoin. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so the question was that. Let me check into that real quick. Let me see where that is going, because I was wondering, because I saw it went up approximately 2 billion or something like that, and market cap. And of course, Dogecoin, man, it's like one of the coins where I'm like, I really don't understand the point in it, but it is what it is. So anyway, we'll get to some more calls. Let me take this one. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from? Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Yes. How you doing? What's your name?
Steve from Jersey. Real quick, man.
Yes, sir.
So can you go on the computer and type in Uniswap?
Uniswap.
I'm the guy with the solutions.
Okay. Give it to me. Go ahead and give it to us.
Okay. So what happened is Robinhood shut down these accounts, right? So this is supposed to be free market.
Yeah.
So now somebody called and said, if you don't shut this down, we're going to create problems for you.
Yeah.
So the example what I'm giving you, Uniswap, the world is becoming decentralized.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these platforms that are there created, people are going to start to realize that you can go on to places like Uniswap and trade tokens, and there's nobody to save you.
Right.
So it's a free market. There's no more like, oh, well, this guy is more powerful and we're going to turn Uniswap off. You can't. Right. So the world is becoming decentralized, and if these callers and you help to make sure that you give them the solution. So we could talk about the problems, but we don't have solutions. Yeah. And if you click on Launch App, click on Launch App, and then you'll be able to trade in and out of a decentralized system with no KYC, know your customer.
Yeah.
And if the people start to realize that this is happening, there's platforms for them to use, then we can take these guys down as a community. Right? So you have to create solutions. I'm a business owner. I look for solutions, not just talking about the problem.
Right. Well, so also keep in mind, a good portion, not good, a smaller few are actually exposed to the digital asset space. So a lot of people are in the old archaic model of the old traditional financial matters, but yet they're still coming into the decentralized nature. And so of course you got the metal sector as well. So there's different lanes that people play in. So I understand where you're going though, but for those that are in the crypto space, they're familiar with Uniswap, I'm sure.
Right. Now, keep in mind the people that are in these markets, as far as the metals markets, you have the ability to go on Uniswap and trade a digital version of gold. It's called Pax Gold.
Yeah.
So the world is becoming decentralized, and as long as this information is not being presented to people, they're not going to be able to know it. And Robinhood, by doing this, opened up the Pandora's box. Yeah. So this information, the decentralized platforms are going to become important because it's an avenue for the regular, which is what they call the retail, and the fancy word for retail means the broke people. But collectively, we can turn these guys away by actually realizing that there's platforms, and we don't have to use their old archaic system that they control. We're creating our own new world and linking the people up together. And this is called peer-to-peer transaction.
All right.
And it's becoming decentralized, and people can now work together and not have to have the old world control us.
Right.
So these are examples of there. Right. So we can trade gold, and the options are like Pax Gold, but we need the information to be presented. So I just call and say, hey, is an example of Uniswap.
Right. Well, hey,
So thank
I appreciate you,
very
my
much
man.
for your time.
Appreciate you, boss.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Good night.
Yeah, good stuff, man. And so that is definitely an avenue to be able to take. So of course, when it comes to where you can take and where you can place your funds, there's different lanes you can travel in. Of course, we have the digital asset space, we have the metal space, we have the trading space for the financial instruments, you got the bond space, and so when it comes to Uniswap, especially, I'm very familiar with it. Problem is, right now, utilizing Ethereum is very pricey. So the fees on that thing was very hefty to where that still needs to be ironed out even more. So of course, they have more projects coming, which will definitely make it more accessible for people to get involved with less cost. But that is an option for people who are interested. So definitely, if you're in the crypto space, you more than likely know about Uniswap. So as well as the others, Komodo, there's what else? There's BitSwap. There's all types of other decentralized exchanges out there. So good information, man. All right, let's keep it moving. Give me some calls. Let's talk. Banks still have to allow you to fund it in middle. So that is an issue as well. And so as of right now, here's I guess as of now with the digital asset space, one of the issues is the on and off ramp. And that's where I think regulation will come into play as to what they're looking for now with the whole FinCEN stuff, as well as trying to track your wallet address. And I was actually listening to an economist / PhD professor who's also crypto payments. He's very knowledgeable, and he lives in Amsterdam. And he was saying that hey, what you guys are dealing with now with the FinCEN ruling, at least your government gave you 15 days to be able to even supposedly share your opinion. He was like, over here in Amsterdam, our central bank already told us that we have to have the KYC AML situations, and they have to know whenever we withdraw funds from an exchange, we have to give them all our information, including the address, so that they can track anything in and out of it. So it's already law in Amsterdam. And of course, over here, they couldn't just roll that stuff out. They got to at least pretend like they're going to try to give us the say so in that. But all that stuff is basically being worked upon because Uncle Sam has us right where he wants us. Part of ushering us into that digital space was to give us some teasers in the form of this new technology that a good amount of people are convinced that it's going to be the future, but they placed it here in front of you. So it's not like, it's out of the blue and it came at the, yeah. So anyway, I can go on and on about that because I still am a skeptic sometimes. But here we go. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hello?
Hey, Mike.
Hey there. How you doing? What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Bob from Illinois.
Bob from Illinois. How you doing, my friend? Quick thoughts, please.
Yeah, I just clicked on, but saw some of your title there.
Yeah.
I saw an RT mega investors punished with $70 billion in losses in this GameStop and other shorted firms.
So that's okay. I didn't see that article. Where's that posted at?
RT.
Okay, I'll find that one. So, okay, but go ahead and give me some more insights on that one.
Well, I didn't read through the story, but $70 billion. This thing went on for 2 days?
I think it was about 3 or 4, but I just caught wind of it like yesterday officially. So, but I put it on the screen right here.
Yeah,
okay.
If you go on the main page, if you're on your computer, it'll be off to the right.
Yeah, it says losses on short position in the U.S. firms top $70 billion. So, man, that's a transfer of wealth out of the hands from the institutions into the hands of the small fries, which I am not mad at all.
Well, me neither, but wow.
Yeah, that is a lot of funds, man. But hey, $70 billion. So that's that's opened up a can of worms that will not be closed. And so,
not to mention, even because there's another story, Attorney General is going to go against, and they'll get slapped with a couple $1 million fine, whoever.
Yeah, but it's too late though. I mean, a couple $1 million fine here and there from whichever side of the aisle, it doesn't matter because as of right now, I think the caller mentioned earlier the idea of smelling blood, like retail investors, smaller. I was looking on Facebook. And I'm looking at my news feed, and so many people are like, dog, what's GameStop? Should I get in? So you got people now actually interested in trying to jump in. And of course, it's going to end up hurting them more. It's going to help them in the end. But people now are like sniffing the fact that they can probably get some funds. And also, if they give some more stimulus checks the next couple of weeks, guess where it's going.
Yeah. Well, now they figured out another way without actually crashing the market, just to rob everybody.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. It's just entertaining as hell. And it's one of the things where, and I think Tony B, I'm going to give you credit for it, mentioned earlier how this is all the setup. Like whoever these Wall Street bets are, there's probably some big wigs that are being told to do this, to bring on this chaos so that they can pinpoint back to why the markets crashed or why there's fluctuations or why, as Trump said, your 401k, going to take a major dive and all that stuff, man. But hey, I appreciate your call, my friend. Thanks for giving me this article as well.
Yep. Take care.
Be good.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. 70 billion was transferred. It wasn't lost. It was transferred. Oh, man. Yeah. And so for those out there that trade and those out there that speculate in this sector, man, I'm sure you're happy. I personally, I just don't gamble, man. I don't gamble. In order to get involved in that stuff, it requires skilled knowledge, time, patience. And I'll just let it ride, man. I'm waiting on that silver train because it's coming. VMR, I appreciate the love offer, my friend. Thank you for the support. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Mike? Long time, couple weeks, man. This is Dwayne from the Midwest. What's going on, bro?
Dwayne from the Midwest, man. Where you been, man? You good?
Yeah, man. Man, your times are different, man.
I'm trying, man. I'm a one-man show, man. It ain't easy to do all this on my own, but anyway, I'm trying.
Yeah, all right, man.
What's going on with you, man?
All right, man. Yeah, I was just calling because, man, all the action in the market, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I take a look back, the market is due for a crash. I got crazy people like on Facebook that I see that starting investing classes, everybody trading options, and everybody's a guru now. Come follow me. I'm the crypto expert. I can take my class. And there was a story in 1929. I forgot who told it. I think it was a trader. It might have been Jesse. I forgot his name. Jesse Liverpool, whatever his name is.
Uh-huh.
And he said that one time he was Jesse Livermore. That's his name.
Okay.
And he said one time, I think it was him. He said one time he knew that a crash was coming. He went to go get a shoe sign,
mm-hmm.
and then the guy who went to shine his shoes was the shoe sign boy.
Uh-huh.
Was shining his shoes and said, "Hey, I got a nice stock tip for you." He looked at him and said, "I'm going to sell out all of my positions." Yeah. So I think right now the market is starting to tell us that there's definitely it's too much speculation in the market,
mm-hmm.
and I think we're going to see some type of correction, and I think you're dead on. That's going to be some type of form of deregulations.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to think because I've always been skeptical of crypto.
Yeah.
Crypto to me is probably been the best friend to the dollar,
mm-hmm.
because all that speculation that's in there, it really supports the dollar. Because if it wasn't on crypto, where would that go?
It would go to metals. Gold and silver. They would have lost control of the system a lot sooner, which is what they don't want to do. Because once silver breaks, it is game over. So why not put a little distraction in front of the people by giving them some digital units of distractions? Anyway, go ahead.
Right. And just what you said, Mike. And how easy is it to track?
Oh man, it's every coin right now. I'm looking at the screen. Every one that's in the green primarily is open source, track and traceable coin, which they don't mind. Like they don't mind BTC going to the moon because they can see everything that happens. And it's those privacy coins, which I think has the most real true value down the line, because they want everything to be open and transparent for them to see us, not for us to see them. And what better helps them, because they can't see this piece of paper in my hand right now, apart from the camera, but they can see everything on our ledger. So yeah, we'll see, man.
Right. But I was on the flip side. How easy is it to track metals, though? How easy is that to track? That's almost virtually like that's a free fall.
Right.
That could be anywhere.
Right.
So,
You can't. It's very hard unless you go through a vendor using a credit card, or you have over $10,000 or something like that on a purchase. Then they suppose the dealers have to report it, but they don't do that no more. But yeah.
But even with that, Mike, once it's gone, it's gone. Like you don't know where. It's like it could be anywhere. Somebody could come take it from you.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's going. So I'm gonna let you go. So one of my things is that everybody that's in that crypto space right now,
mm-hmm.
need to be paying attention. They need to be paying attention to what's going on. That's all I got to say.
Hey, appreciate you, my man. Good to hear your voice.
No problem.
Yep.
Yep, same here. Yep, bye-bye.
Yeah, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. Well, people, it's that 30-minute mark, about to get ready to dial back. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. And of course, less ranting today, got more calls in. So it's always good to get the feedback. So what I want to encourage you, I see a lot of people in the chat want to continue on. We can continue to do this. And I want to invite you guys to go over to, let me ask you, put on the screen here, take a minute. It's just an additional app. And if you're tech savvy, more than likely you're already a part of the Discord community. Go over to Discord. Click the button here, join the community, become a member there, share articles, share stories, connect with one another. I even see, people, they do a little FaceTime in there as well. So do that, and you can definitely stay connected with everybody. And also during the week, I try to put articles up. So definitely go check out the latest news sources out there. I got the crypto sector, metal sector, and just feature articles here. So it's more ways for you to stay informed throughout the day. And other than that, people, it has been great hanging out. Be blessed. Be safe. If you've enjoyed the back and forth, don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up. Show your support. And as always, I will see you tomorrow, Lord willing. Peace. Hey there. Sorry for this interruption, but I wanted to bring something to your attention. If you've been enjoying this live stream, why don't you partner with me and be a support to the channel via Patreon membership for just a minimum of $5 a month. All you have to do is scroll down beneath this video here, click the Patreon link, then consider donating as little as $5 a month towards the channel. A little bit of crumbs can go a long way, and I appreciate your support. Now, let's get back to this live stream.